Hello, gonna be doing some more album reviews in the future, but today we're talking about Oliver Tree's debut album, Ugly is Beautiful. This album came out a few months ago, but I'm just now getting around to listening to it because I like to listen to albums and, give them a listen through and through to kind of give a good idea of the album and a good feel for the sound of the album and the direction that it kind of is taking. So Ugly is Beautiful, if you don't know, is the debut album from artist Oliver Tree. He has released a few EPs over the years, but this is his first full-length album, and he hyped the hell out of this. If you follow him on any social media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, you know that he's been pushing this album for months before it came out, and then it got delayed, and then finally came out in July. And it is a banging album. It is a fantastic album, and I mean, could be a little better. Out of 10, I give it about a 9.5. But it's still it's still a good album. I don't want to say fantastic. That seems like too much of a powerful word. It's a good album if you're into pop style music, or the kind of music that Oliver creates, or similar music to Oliver. And it is a very good album to put on in the background and kind of just have for, a party or something, and you need some, kind of dance music. That's kind of how I imagine this album being played. Or even just if you need some uplifting music for a car ride, a long car ride, or just in general, Yeah, it definitely has that upbeat, positive sound to it. There's certainly some songs that have a deeper meaning if you want to get into the whole thing of what songs mean. There, I think, are a couple songs on the album that have a strong message in them. And I'm not going to get into those messages in this video, but maybe sometime in the future we'll get into the meanings of songs. But if you're definitely into pop music, I would give this a listen. And when this album first released, a lot of people were saying that it sounds a lot like 21 Pilots. And Oliver said himself that Tyler Joseph used to follow him on SoundCloud, and he's saying that 21 Pilots stole some of his music, or at least kind of stole his, not necessarily his music, but they kind of just ripped on his style. I don't know if that was just for a bit or whatnot. I don't really think anyone knows 100% about what Oliver's doing or what he intends to do, but I can only take that at face value and say that, yeah, maybe, until we get further evidence that, 21 Pilots did actually take from Oliver what wasn't theirs. But for right now, that's just speculation, and I'm trying not to compare T.O.P. and Oliver Tree because I know that Oliver wants to be a standalone artist. He doesn't really want to be compared to anyone else, and I want to respect that. But I don't know. I want to say that, yeah, 21 Pilots does sound a little bit like Oliver Tree. Not the fact that Oliver Tree sounds like 21 Pilots, but I mean, there is a little bit of overlap there. I mean, they're both pop artists, so certainly there is going to be a little bit overlap of sound, but I don't know. It's a good album. If you like pop music, I would highly recommend listening to it, or at least giving it a chance. And that's pretty much all I can say for right now. So, see ya.